Hi friends, and welcome to Speed Dating for Ghosts. I'm Cass, and I hear this is a short game, so if you're just looking for something fun, we're gonna play it by Copy Chaser Games. And this music, I don't know how to turn down, so... Oh, hello there. Just turning all my stuff down. Next. You must be here for speed dating. Let's look in that. She has antlers, glasses. Cool. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. Nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. I like being alone. I've never met a ghost who didn't need someone. I mean, I guess. What are you putting on me? Someone to talk to help make sense of all this. Maybe you're right. That's the spirit. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Then what? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds. And at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? We'll see. It'll be an experience at least. First things first, though. Okay. How about the room of black? We got palms, leers, and black. So then we got some nice flowers. The room of black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotting in the sun. Oof. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings and a ghost appears. I'm a ghost. Got some stuff going on here. Don't got a nose no more. That's cool. Ooh. LOL, lol. Wait. Oh. Isn't it great being dead? It is pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously. Or maybe it's Drea? I'm just saying Drea. I'm also like dead. Go figure. Let's be dead together. How did you die? Yeah, no. You don't want to know that. Besides, you're asking a ghost how they died? Well, listen, I have a morbid curiosity. That's boring. Ask something else. Something not boring. I really want to know, though. It's called no. It means stop. Do not like. Jeez. Well, I'm an asshole. Take a hint. Let's just go. So why are you being so rude about this? I don't owe you anything. Also, we just met. Also, this is supposed to be fun. And you're making it pretty not fun. I like the ghost over there better. The one with blood coming out of the eyes. I can do that. Kinky. Drea looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail. Sorry, the font's weird. And not in the good way. What are you into? Movies. Drea snorts a little. No, but seriously. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads. A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. Blunt. Where? I could use one. Just kidding. Pot does nothing now. Holy does it nothing. Holy does it do nothing. Getting messed up is the only thing I miss about living. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die is now, before death does me in. It should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I'm dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. The bell rings. Antler ghosts ring that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Okay. Another ghost appears. Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home, to see a new face. The home? I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. They treated you poorly? I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears, "There is more," I say. "Just you wait." That's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good. I agree. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I'm still figuring that out. It's strange being dead. There's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. Oh no. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell. Hell is other people. I've heard that. I don't believe it. I can't imagine anything worse than being alone. Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner. Milton. He's still alive, actually. A resident at the home. Bell rings. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again, when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Another ghost appears. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Stare back. The ghost's eyes narrow. Narrow your eyes. The ghost opens their mouth wide, wider. The sides begin to crack and tear. Inside smells so foul, musty and sour, like rotting peaches. The ghost lets out a guttural cry. Low and lonely. The other ghosts in the room are all looking at you. Stand your ground. You are not like the others. The others are in denial. We are all spirits for a reason. I am vengeance. What brings you to speed dating? I was more. I was a man. An accountant. Gary. That name sounds wrong now. Silly. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain. Baseball games and decaffeinated tea. God, Gary was horrible. What happened to we learned our lesson. I miss the little things too. They're gone. Gary is gone. Too bad. Gary sounds nice. Gary is gone. Killed. I still feel the blade. Oh, the life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft. I'm so sorry, Gary. Do not be sorry. Gary is gone. The bell rings. Your time with Gary is over. He lifts up his fragile frame and shambles off to the next table. What is he looking for? The second round begins. I don't have many options. I guess everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? We could liven it up. Oh man. Okay. Like a prank? Or maybe we can try to scare the other ghosts? Who haunts the haunters or something? We can make something float. Make something float? Psst. That's all you got? I don't know. Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. I mean, I don't know if I'd be that kind of ghost. I feel like I would haunt certain people that don't like, but it'd be good for them. I like that. Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. So you like that I'm nice? Nice, square, sure. Sometimes you want a glass of water. I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things, but then I actually remember. I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. The bell rings. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. I'm up for anything. Good. I'm sorry I'm gonna pass on the grandma. I have nothing against her, but... Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? It's just depressing me a little. I think I know what you mean. When you meet other lonely souls, and these souls are particularly lonely, you start to wonder if you're like them. From what I've seen, you're not. There's something different about you. A light. I can literally see it glowing in there. In your guts. Ooh. Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. I'm playing this a day that my great aunt, but, you know, she's one of the few people in my family that I ever felt close to, regardless of anything that's happened since, but, she's basically on her deathbed, so I've been, you know, just, it hasn't been a great day, but it's funny, I was having a conversation with my mom while we were visiting, and explained to her that she was like, how can you, like, be interested in morbid things and talk about death and read about these things, and how does that not negatively affect you with your depression and whatever? And I'm like, it's hard to explain, but honestly, the way I see it is death is a happy topic for those who are depressed, or at least me. I speak for myself. Death is something that could end, like, not in a way that, like, you should kill yourself, guys. No, I'd never say that. I don't believe that. I don't want to die right now, unexpectedly, but I'm gonna die someday. And that's, like, a comfort for me because of all the things in my life that are hard, and my anxiety, and my depression, and just the, like, negative points of living that my depression makes me feel most of the time, even with medication, that, like, for me, it's a comfort, you know? And learning about ways people die and just kind of being morbid in that way is somehow an antidepressant, because it's like a relief, you know? And I think so many people see death as this very negative thing, but it's incredibly natural, and 100% of people and living things are gonna die, so I don't know. Ever since I played, weirdly enough, A Mortician's Tale, and I started, you know, engaging with nonfiction novels about death, etc., and watching Ask a Mortician, I've come to, I don't know, it's really changed me, and I'm not mad at it. And I really think if you fear death, that kind of embracing those things and learning about them can be very powerful. So it's not for everyone, but I definitely think it's not a bad thing. And some people get creeped out, but I think that's why ghosts are so fascinating. Sorry for blabbering, but Okay. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? I love gardening? True. I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas. Spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. Oh my god, my spaghetti squash tend to get so big and they fall over and rot, before they're ready to be eaten. I don't know what the fuck's wrong. I had some weird seeds. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. I like tomatoes. Tomatoes are finicky plants, true. They need water to survive, of course, but too much and they'll start to get sick. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. Help something live, The bell rings. Oop. There's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. Let me think about it. I understand. I'll be at the Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Hope to see you there. Hattie floats over to the next table. She takes her time. It seems like she wishes she could just stay and talk to you. Oh. Alright, come on, Gary. Gary. Why are you so sorry? What do you mean? When we spoke the first time, you apologized profusely. Why? I feel bad for you. I do not need your pity. I need to know what happened to me. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about work. A place. Wood that creaks. The musty smell of old books. Clack of counting machines. Oh, you were an accountant. Our office. Our accounting practice. What do you mean, our? The shadow. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. Maybe we should go to your old office. I haven't been back. As much as there's something drawing me to that place, there's more pushing me away. You can do it. Your optimism. It is rare among your kind. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why. I kind of want to know... Okay, the bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. Routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. I want to know, what happened to Gary, but I think I have to choose Gary. I like Drea, and maybe we'll go back and... I want to date Gary in this morbid way. Not you know what I mean. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asks you to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts, waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Hi, Gary. He is wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. You look nice. I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end, even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it. I love it, Gary. Gary, that's so sweet. This is very platonic for me. I just want you to know that because I need a lot of time. You're kind of the wrong. You're just not the right gender for me. I don't know. Anyway, but I do appreciate it and I love it, and our companionship could be solid, and I just want you to know that, Gary. I love it. Gary smiles. Oh! Briefly. We are going to the place where I died, the office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks, where the trains grind and the walls shake, the dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night. Bus has arrived. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit, trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price. I'd hope so. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems he liked to keep things orderly. My partner's desk, always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Ew. Service. Beg your pardon? Service was my partner. Service Gelk. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend. He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. Is that how you died? No. It is how Service died. I killed him. Oh God, I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon, frozen in place, right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here, same as Service. At least you know. I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need for it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good. Don't be sorry. You are right. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I must carry this burden, atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there, somewhere, perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it is only right that I give it to him. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait, 2 smiling men, Service and Gary, the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead. But the picture stays fixed to the wall. Oh. God. Hello again, it's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Thanks. Let's try palms. Room of palms. A nice candle, the room of palms. It looks like the basement of an old church. Faded, linoleum floors, spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Rows of lawn tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. Alright. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Sup. I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. Slow down there, buddy. Hey, sorry. Just saying. Isn't it cool we stayed the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. Let's just ask him how he died. How'd you die? Oh wow, so, long story. I was a wide receiver in high school. You don't say. Got real good. When it came time for college, bam, full scholarship. But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. After a while, I started getting headaches. I'd get dizzy just standing up, but I kept on playing. Had to. These were my best years. Until one day, intracranial hematoma. Oh, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. That's sad. You had potential. I try not to let it define me, you know? So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. It's just like when we were alive. Everyone always telling me who I was, without bothering to learn who I am. So who are you? I'm still figuring that out. Without my division high rushing yards and all the cheering in the stands, who is Riley? You have unfinished business. Yeah, me and every other ghost. Sigh. Alright, the bell rings. Oh snap, halftime. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. I don't want a Riley, I'm like not interested in the vibe, but okay, another ghost appears. Oh god, cough. Hello, sunshine. The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, humping out holes in their back. They let you smoke in here? I didn't ask. Won't make much difference now. My name's Vera. That or the Lady in Smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me. You look familiar. Maybe I just have one of those faces. Cough. A lot of ghosts know me. For years now, I've haunted Vegas. The glitzier condominiums on the strip. Obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke. Jangling pennies, I thought it said penises. Wailing, pay the price! Junk like that. Why the rich? They've usually done something bad. Something no one knows. One look at me pulls it out of them. You should see the looks they give me. Did you live in Vegas? I did. I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, always eating peanuts and tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money. Got it any way he could, and never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing? I was lonely. I hear you. I'm about as lonely as a lost shoe. Just as useless, too. You get used to it. Also, you never get used to it. You're not useless. Thanks, hun. Sometimes I'm not sure anything I do matters. Got that feeling even in life. Can't seem to make it go away. The bell rings. Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya. I mean, I guess this next ghost has to be who you pick, because I'm not really... but another ghost appears. Hey. What are they, whoa. What's wrong? Do I have a booger or something? Dang it, Steph. You gotta check for these things. Seriously, do I have a booger? It's nothing, never mind. Okay, good. Because I'm pretty nervous. I've never done anything like this before. What the fuck is on them? I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. What brings you to speed dating? I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to. Taught myself some Japanese. Played my clarinet every day without fail. Allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much. Tell me about your cat. Clarence. After the angel. But he's more of a demon, especially around food. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow? Almost a mew. Clarence wails and whines. And that's it. All raspy. Oh. Like he's dying. Or dead. Haha. You probably think I'm so weird. We're all a little weird. I suppose it beats being normal. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say after like 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive. Tell me about learning Japanese. I thought I'd pick it up easily, since it's so far removed from English. There's such an art to drawing the characters, but there are so many. First you learn hiragana. I went too fast, sorry. Those are the basic characters for sounds. Then katakana, for words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. Then came kanji. There are thousands of kanji characters, or kanji. It's overwhelming. You can always visit Japan. I'd love to. It would help to be immersed like that. It's just hard to find the money. Yeah, you could sneak on a plane. That's pretty much impossible. How would I get through security? And they have assigned seats. It's easy when you're a ghost. If only. Sometimes I wish I was a ghost. Like, not dead. That would be terrible. But a ghost. All ephemeral and timeless. You are. But you are a ghost. Huh? I'm a ghost. Very funny. Haha. Boo. I'm actually starting to get scared. Please, tell me you're joking. You're not joking. What is this? I don't understand. No, wait. The bell can't be ringing yet. Are you actually dead? Am I dead? Am I a ghost? Yeah, honey, you're a ghost. Yeah, I guess we're choosing Steph, though honestly I'm a little tempted. The second round begins by Miss Smoky Smokes. You know? Sup. I'm Riley again. Haha. So, like, what should we talk about now? I got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Off it, love's no game for me. I just try to be real and ask the same of others. It's pretty simple, actually. You're smarter than you look. I am? Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. You're welcome, Riley. So you're nice and hot. Score. The bell rings. So, like, I was thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I checked in on them. That's not my thing. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time, though. I mean, you're right, but, like, not for me. Not for me next time. Alright, Smokey. Hello again, Sunshine. Good to see you back around. We already talked a bit about how I lived. The Vegas life. My crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. Are you sure? Vera takes a long drag of her cigarette. I'm always sure. It's speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice. The boss's son. Said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. You had a daughter? Sure did. I was a single mom in the 50s, in case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in and led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting, dead on the floor, blood soaking into the burgundy carpet. Where was his son? Standing next to his pops. He smiled when he saw me. You'll make this go away, he said. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you like the son? No. When I say son, you probably picture a kid. 20 or so? This guy was going on 45. He inherited his dad's thirst for power, but not his loyalty. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, builder, legend, got what he deserved, a hole in the sand. Your girl was at the sitter, and she stayed there. I wasn't about to pick her up, at least not until things cooled down. And the sun? By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open, busy as ever, and the sun was out making funeral arrangements. A heart attack, they were calling it. Sudden, unexpected. Tragic. Horse crap. I went home alone, locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened, until I nodded off. I woke up to an intense heat, took a deep breath, sucking hot black smoke. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down, after making sure I was inside it. What about your kid? I made sure she was taken care of. I had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa took her in. For a long time, I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I don't even know if she's still alive. Bell rings. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us, even just for an hour. Okay. So wait, we're actually totally 100% dead? Yes. As an afterlife? The afterlife? If you can call it that. I still feel alive, just like disassociated, like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt it a lot when I was alive too. What was your life like? It was difficult, except not really. Mostly life was pretty good. Good parents? Good parents for sure. There was really only one thing wrong with them. They were cooler than me. When I was born, they were in their early 20s. They were into all this weird music, artsy movies about ballet school witches, and fantastic planets that were just creepy. My dad even smoked alternative cigarettes. Meanwhile, I was that dork with the puzzles, learning languages for fun. My parents were excited when I joined the band. They thought it would help me make friends. Mostly, I just liked to practice alone in my room. Didn't you get lonely? Everyone asks loners that. Some people like to be alone. Well, I am a loner, so I don't know why I ask you, but I'm sorry. It's easier to keep a handle on things, especially when things start to go wrong. And holy, did things go wrong in my life. What happened to you? This is hard to talk about. I had cancer, a brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. What was the treatment like? It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. Steph leaves the room. If you hurry, you could catch up to her. See if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk. Nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. Aren't you, Steph? You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think, it's hard to tell with the mask. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? I just thought we should hang out. Oh, cool. I like that. Where should we go? The park. That sounds nice, actually. Let's go to the park. It seems simple. I need simple. heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. You must have a lot of questions. I really, really do. Were you this lost when you died? For a while, yes. How did you figure things out? Trial and error. Errors have consequences. I'm not sure I trust myself enough to make mistakes. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. There you go. I'll never finish. And now, what do? Do I take the puzzle apart, be proud that I did what I could? It's still an accomplishment, I guess. But now what? What do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? You can help people. I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right? That's up to you. When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to be when you die? It's too much pressure. I gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now. Vanilla. With a slice of apple pie. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. So then I just want to play my clarinet. But I can't do that either. But you can do so much more. At least I can still do puzzles. And finish learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. Are you sure? No. But you're only a ghost once. How do I look? You look like you. I feel like crying. The good tears. But nothing's coming out. Thanks for the talk. It helped a lot. We should do this again sometime. I'd like that. It's hard to be a ghost. But Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? I mean, did I not? I probably didn't choose enough, like... Alright, we got one room left, and then maybe we'll go back and do some other stuff. Room of Leers. The room of Leers looks a bit like a conference hall. Why? The kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couples' 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn, plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables, or lacquered, whatever. In one corner there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Ghosts don't need coffee, but they want it. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Ah! A ghost! Oh god, sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead. I'm not that scary. No, you're not. But you're still a ghost. When I was alive, I was so scared of ghosts. It started when I was little. A movie I saw. I pushed my bed against the wall. I told my mom. It was so I wouldn't fall out. I couldn't sleep unless my back was against the wall. Why were you scared? I'd picture the worst ghosts. Devils, dark entities, hateful things floating in the dark, hiding in mirrors, watching, standing behind me. And now I learn they were there? Everyone who told me that there was nothing to be afraid of, they were wrong. Ghosts are real, and I am one. It's a lot to accept. Yeah, it is. Are you afraid of ghosts? No. Why? How? Ghosts are just people. And you're not afraid of people. People aren't always good, you know. Give bad people ghost powers? You get spirits of greed, spirits of malice. Ugh. Everything is the worst. I mean, I can agree. The bell rings. Oh, that was just the bell. Phew. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. I wonder what the other ghosts are like. Wouldn't it be funny if one was like, no, you're not for me. I'm going to date that smoke ghost. Another ghost appears. Huh. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? Yeah, I do okay. I'd wager otherwise. Like maybe you're scared. Like maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Okay. Or coughs, it's hard to tell. You definitely are spooky. Thank you for saying so. I've been doing this for a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door, since the Black Death took me in 1665. Ooh. I thought the plague was earlier. The Black Death comes in waves. Lingered for centuries. I was a doctor in London. I knew I'd got it. The second the chills started, I was dead in days. Last great gasp of bubonic on the island. Some 68,000 went with me. Ever since then, I've been spooking folks. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. I try my best. Do you? Guess I see it. The potential, I mean. I can help with that. Teach me your spooky ways. Now. Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential. Before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? I can pull my mask off. Spooking like that may shock him. But there ain't no art to it. You go all the way, the living has nothing more to fear. And when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No. The spookiest spooking's the stuff that eats at you. Makes you doubt what you hear or see. Makes you wonder what could be under that bed. It's never spooky when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson? Basic. Hey now. Gotta start somewhere. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. Bell rings. The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. Okay then. I don't know. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Another ghost appears. Oh god, more sharks? Wanna make some money? Doesn't everyone? Exactly. Everyone needs money. You get it. But this is a singles mixer, full of ghosts, with few attachments. I gotta assume, not a bad place to find accomplices. Hard for cops to connect the dots. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks, don't judge. I'm not interested. Yeah, I hear you. Who robs banks? I sure don't. Wink, wink. Stop that. Stop what? Robbing banks? I already said I don't rob banks. Wink, wink. I really don't, though. Then don't rob a bank with me. My team needs to be committed. 100%. Eyes on the prize. You clearly don't have what it takes. You'd probably get us caught. I turn you in. Then we're done here. Bye! I don't have time for you, shark. That was weird. The second round begins. The other ghosts. They were not as nice as you. Leon's just a creep. And Spooky Peter, that name is earned. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kaio. Sorry. No need to be sorry. No need, sure. I'm still sorry, though. My anxiety gets the best of me. And social situations are tough. This one especially. Spooky Peter has been around. I think he's actually just dust. My rule? Never trust anyone who wears a hat. The stuff he said to me. The hair behind your neck know me. Or the hairs. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. He said he's been in books. I believe it. The man's almost theatrical. Reminds me of a character actor playing the devil on stage. He made an impression on me. That's scary. You're scaring me. I'd steer clear of him if I were you. Your speed dates are going well then. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's video rome, by the way? What? Video drama? Video drama? I don't know. My favorite movie. What is that? What was your life like? Oh, please. Not you two. I'll give you the short version. I was then film studies, working my way toward a PhD. In debt. Always pretty sad. I had good friends, though. I was always studying. Oh, I can't read today. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box under 6 feet of dirt. How did you drown? First I was in a canoe, then I was in water, then I was in dirt. After I died, my spirit separated from my body, like it does for everyone. I fell right through my coffin, through my own body, down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. That sounds awful. It was. I will never forget the confusion, the helplessness. I seized up. That actually stopped me from falling. When I freaked out, it was like my whole body became corporeal, not flesh. Just like, you know how if you concentrate, you can still pick up objects? Like that. Oh, poor kid. Except I was the object, and the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there, stuck in solid rock. How did you get out? I pulled myself up, away from the heat below, sort of clawed my way to the surface, through the earth. I felt the rock moving through me. Drowning wasn't as bad as that. Listen, I'm sorry I've been such a downer. I promise I'm not always like this. I was thinking, maybe we could go out sometime. Oh, somewhere quieter maybe, with fewer loud bells and spooky Peters. I'd like that. Yay! Can't wait to do something with you. That isn't talking about myself. Sorry. The bell rings. See you after we're done. Oh, man, I got more days to do. My spooky prodigy returns. What knowledge do you seek, prodigy? I want to know it all. In time. Truly spooky ghost requires one thing above all else. Patience. What spooks have you killed anyone, Chirp? Not a one. I'm not in the business of brutality. I deal more in subtler arts, the thread of a creek, pins on the nape of your neck, a kind of ethereal malice. What scares you? Not much. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. You're scared of animals? Beasts are all instinct. Their fear is primal, tangible. I can't spook a beast, not like a person. Why is spooking so important? Without fear, we get comfortable. We give our guard the night off. That's when devastation knocks. Wars, maybe. Plagues, surely. Spooking keeps them vigilant. I succeed when they expect me. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. Are you okay? Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. Yeah, that's harsh. It stays with me. You ever been to the mirror world? What's that? The place beyond this. But the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. The bell rings. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. If I find time, tarry all you want. Got patience like I've got time. I can wait forever. Ooh. I'm pretty sure the shark abandoned me because, like, I need to ask you a few questions, okay, about Leon. Did Leon mention anything about robbing a bank? Yes, I knew it. He said some weird things when he signed up. Things like, anyone got any lockpicking experience? I thought he was joking. I didn't get the joke, but that's normal for me. Did he try to recruit you? He tried. I saw the way he reacted during your turn. He left before we could speak. He's not a bad guy. He sure seemed bad to me. Trying to recruit bank robbers. At a ghost speed dating event. My ghost speed dating event. I'm sorry about this. And I appreciate your time. And I hope the rest of your dates are more stand up than stick up. That was a joke. I know. Oh. Well. Thank you again for participating in this. Ghosts like you make it all worthwhile. It's time to choose your date. Yeah, it's safe to say Leon's out of the running. Well, I'm vaguely interested, but I have to go with Kyle. You meet Kyle the next day, waiting on the street as you approach, looking nervous. Oh, look! I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Definitely. What? I said I'm nervous too. Hold on a second. Let me take off these headphones. That's better. So, what were you saying? I'm just excited. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm worried the place we're going is boring. It's pretty much, well, the middle of nowhere. Not literally. I know because we're ghosts. The middle of nowhere. Could mean something weird. Just come with me. Okay, let's go. Got this. Kyle takes you to the woods. Ooh. Deep into the trees, far from any paved roads. Did you know I make greeting cards? For ghosts to give other ghosts. Happy anniversary of your tragic end. I'm happy for your loss. That sort of thing. Aw, it's just a hobby. You stop at a particularly barren patch of prairie land. Everything is frozen over. The few clusters of trees are stripped of their leaves, with branches like bony hands. Squat birds huddle together for warmth near a frozen lake, while a dry, biting wind blows through. Isn't it great out here? I come here to think. I watch the birds. I listen to music. There aren't many souls here, just the birds and the wind. I see why you like it. I can be myself here. No one bothers me. I don't need happy things to remind me that I'm not happy. I need sad things to remind me it's okay to be sad sometimes. That's a nice way to put it. It's exhausting to worry like I do, but I'd rather embrace my sadness than just ignore it. Y'all, you are my ghost soulmate, friend. Sadness is a real thing, as real as we are anyway, so I embrace it. Kyle looks out onto the frozen lake. Come with me. I want to show you something. Kyle leads you away. What if he ghost kills me? Like, that could happen. Can a ghost? No, but like, what if? No, just saying. It would be like, what? Who? Kyle leads you away from the lake toward a pocket of trees. Hidden among the poplars and pines is an old house. The wood is gray and brittle. The roof collapsed long ago. This house is a tiny thing. When it was standing, it had just a single room. Inside, the floors are rotted through and covered in layers of bird droppings. In one corner, a wood-burning stove is rusted through. There's not much else. An entire family lived here. Kids were born here. People died here. And then it was abandoned, left to fall apart. Lost among the trees. Now it's my home. Love what you've done with it. I would never change a thing. It's perfect. Kyle leads you back out into the cold. Back to the edge of the frozen lake. This is as far as I will ever go now. And you know what? That's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, to be real, these aren't really much of dates. Can you go on other ones? Hello again. It's nice to see you. Let's do the other one just to see if they remember. I mean, it is speed dating, so I guess I can't be too shocked. I'm gonna... Okay, so I can... Oh, I can go back and choose my date. So I can go with Drea. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice thing they did, so you don't have to go through it all again. You ready? Yeah, you're ready. Drea has something planned, that's for sure. This is gonna be sweet. Drea takes you to a house in the city. A duplex, brick. Not a bad looking place, maybe a little rundown. It's clearly had some renovations though. Like the neighborhood, its edges have been filed off in favor of some good old-fashioned gentrification. The front door is a fresh shade of red, and there's a pretty nice car in the driveway. My place, when I was just another flashback. Really? Yeah, really. What, you're surprised? When I was here, it was way better. There's a pawn shop over there, where that garbage Java Joy is now. They always had good tapes, now it's just coffee. Everyone just drinks coffee and does yoga. Whatever, come on. Let's go inside. From the inside, the house looks like a show home. Perfectly decorated rooms with perfectly placed furniture. Everything matches because almost everything is white or gray. They get cleaners. Pay them like nothing. And complain when they don't wash the walls. Ceramic letters hang on a yellow accent wall. Live, laugh, love. Ugh, hate that. This is the garbage I'm talking about. Live, laugh, love. Spew, barf, puke. Drea starts to rearrange the letters. Evil. Oh man, ghoul. And then that leaves... Well, yeah. What does that spell? Veil. Does evil ghoul veil mean anything? Does it? I mean, Valley sorta works, right? Like evil ghoul's domain. Bah. Drea throws the remaining letters on the floor, smashing them to bits. They take a step back to survey their handiwork. Evil ghoul. Ooh. So, where should we head next? The bedroom. Ooh, good call. The bedroom is something. A king-size bed with 8-foot mahogany posts. A painted carving of a butler at the door with a tray for keys. A cream blanket with colorful stripes that harken back to the fur trade. A wicker everywhere. Where do we even start? The bed. Alright, watch this. Drea concentrates really hard on the bed. It begins to levitate off the ground. Phew, this thing's heavy. With a great effort, Drea manages to flip the bed completely over, so it stands on its 4 posts with the blankets and pillows falling into a pile underneath. No way they missed that. There's a click at the front door. Oh shiz, they're home. Quick, this way. Drea drags you to the front room just as the couple who lives here opens the front door. At first, they don't notice anything is wrong. They take off their shoes while bickering about who forgot to take the garbage out. The man is the first to see the letters on the wall. He stops talking. She looks up to see why. He points to the letters rearranged on the wall, and they proceed to freak the fudge out. They run away, not at the door, up the stairs, straight to the bedroom. They scramble up the stairs and slam the bedroom door shut, locking it behind them. Yes, they went to the bedroom. Drea looks at their wrist. There's no watch, but they pretend there is. Wait for it. You hear panicked whispers behind the door. A little longer. Tanner, that is it. I can't take this anymore. We're moving out now. Yes. Oh man, this was the best date ever. Same time tomorrow at the Java Joy? I'm there. Brad. What does that mean? Oh, who I've... So, wait, let me think. Does that add up? I've done 4. So, 4 times... Oh, you can't finish the what's-his-faces, I'm assuming, since there's no thing for him. Or maybe you can't finish that. Let's do one more. Where was he? Where was what's his face? Was he in the Lears? I don't know. We'll see. You return from the Lears. We can still go on Leon's. Let's do Spooky Peter. You arrive for your date with Spooky Peter. A hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Sorry, it was itchy. I'm itchy. Welcome to my home. Ooh. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors, with only a slight reflection. It's especially disorientating to navigate these halls. Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror, taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Follow him. Together, you step inside the mirror. Welcome to the mirror world, or as it's known here, the low. That's the mirror word spelled backwards. Do you see the eerie green? That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes, just like this. There's actually a science behind that. Science has no bearing here. In the mirror world, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? Ooh, sorry. Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Perhaps it is all of the above. Or even nowhere at all. Okay. You are not impressed. I understand. You are a younger ghost. These sort of tricks can hardly compete with modern conveniences like the internet and the cotton gin. Come with me. The spooky hour approaches. That's 3 a.m. in case you're wondering. Why 3 a.m.? Only witches and sins are awake at 3. I mean, I knew that, but we seek neither. In a way, we are both. Together, you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door, staring into one long enough in the dark. Or saying a spirit's name 3 times. That's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror glass into a long hall lined with bricks on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spooking. Okay, Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He is snoring loudly. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, head bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Should we shake the bed? Patience, prodigy. The aim is to be a presence, not a threat. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no. 40 minutes. 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there. Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, prodigy, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, 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 as steady as a pulse. Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Scritch, 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 like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Peter is starting to look annoyed. He floats over to Paul and peeks in his ears. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal, preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall. You scratch with one nail long deep above Paul's head. It leaves a long vertical line in the plaster. Make it across. Excellent work, Prodigy. Faith haunts him, same as ghosts. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, Prodigy. Truly, you are spooky this day. I mean, I've been told that. Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror. Back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the Tane. Is that what that says? Tane? What is that? What he said. Eventually, you reach the mirror that leads back to where you came from. Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. This was fun. I am pleased. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you. Time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. A decade has passed since we began this date. I speak in jest. It's barely been the length of a talkie. The look of fear on your face. Spooky Peter spooked you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. More dust falls off the brim. Guess I'll be seeing you. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. That's appropriate. Sorry about this one. You should be. I enjoyed it though. Alright, I think that's gonna wrap it up. The other ones, not too terribly interested in see them. So probably not going to, but thank you so much. I want to thank my Patreon. If you didn't know, I have a Patreon, as sad as it is, because I don't make enough content and I'm a sad lady, but I have one, and I want to thank my patron Ryan so much for supporting me. You're awesome. I think this was a good game, so hopefully makes it kind of worth it, because I really enjoyed it. I love ghosts, man. I love ghosts. See you guys the next time.